So I was sitting one night thinking, God, man, this COVID-19 shit's got me all over the place, man. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay for my house, pay for my food, my car. If only I knew someone who could give me some advice. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be getting some financial advice from a man who they say is America's cheapest. Without any further ado, let me introduce to you Jeff Yeager.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday. Do you all have coconut oil?
Yes.
I stopped at a little...
Okay, energetic, check. Good vibes, check. Charming, check. He's just the kind of guy you would want to walk into your store on a Friday afternoon.
Do you make your own deodorant?
No.
Have you ever heard of anybody that does? Well, I'm one of those guys, because I can save quite a bit of money doing it this way. $16.49. Now, can you do any better on the price for me?
I'm just kind of interested in how much he can actually hackle, backle, knackle, cackle-lackle this price. Starting price, $16.99. Let's see what Jeff actually ended up paying.
What about a nice guy discount? You know, I'm a nice guy. Economize it however I can.
Maybe 50 cents.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's a very generous offer. Can you make it $1? Come on. My armpits will thank you.
Yes. So
Okay.
Jeff saved a whopping $1. I mean, if you're a true cheapskate, that might be pretty good. I don't know. I never hackle, baggle, cackle, lackle, snackle.
I've been living what I call the cheapskate lifestyle most of my adult life. Because I spend less, both my wife and I retired while we were in our 40s.
What? I don't know how that works though. How can you just how can you just retire in your 40s because you spend less? Where do you get the money from? At least here in Denmark, we have a certain age from which you retire from. I think if everything goes to plan for me, I can retire when I am 72 years old. Maybe, perhaps even older. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how that works though. What's your income? Boy, if I'm missing anything, you guys can just type it down below. And why, you know? Why would you want to retire by spending less money? Why would you want to retire as 40 years old when it's not with millions in the bank? I mean, if that was the case, I would want to retire at the age of 40 as well. But who knows? Maybe he lives more extravagant than I know he is, so let's continue.
I like to make my own deodorant, a way to save some money, and it's really all natural. Then I like to pack it inside a toilet paper tube. It's sort of like a push-up deodorant stick. Put it in the refrigerator overnight. It'll harden. Once it's set up and hardened in the refrigerator, you can use it.
I mean, the idea of what was a baby powder, I think it was. I wasn't really listening. I was just looking at that weird dick-looking deodorant that he just made. But yeah, baby powder, coconut oil, toilet paper roll. Does it look? No. It doesn't. I mean, yeah, if that's your thing, go do it. If you don't want to go out there and buy an extremely cheap deodorant, make your own, I guess. Yeah, sure. You do you. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't care. Okay? I don't really care what you put in your armpits, right? I mean, you can lubricate yourself in moist rat shit for all I care.
Guessing that we spend probably only 25% what a typical American family does on cleaning supplies.
I mean, fair enough, all the cleaning supplies, I don't really care about that. I want to see the nitty-gritty of everyday life compromises that this guy, Jeff, and his wife, presumably, is making to be these extreme cheapskates. Do they prep their food? Do they freeze it down? Do they eat their own poop? I mean, let's find out.
I hate to throw away water. I hate to just put it down the drain. You've invested all that money in heating it up. You may as well get some use out of it. Whenever you have boiling water, it's really deadly scalding onto plants of any type. So if you have weeds that you don't want in the backyard, just pour the boiling water on them and it kills them overnight.
What? That's... I mean, that's the same thing as throwing it out, isn't it? Seems to me like you're just pouring boiling water out in your yard. Yeah. But, you know, maybe he's right. I'm here to get some financial advice because I am in the shitter. So, I'll take his advice. I'll write it down. It's written down. Okay.
I stayed at a hotel, forgot my swim trunks, asked if they had anything in the lost and found. The woman brought these out. They're just my size. She said, keep. My wife, of course, she's saying, well, think who probably wore those. I'm saying it's the same guy that slept in the bed that we're sleeping in.
I don't know about that. I mean, the sheets are being cleaned. I don't know about that one. That one, I personally couldn't do that. You know, pulling on shorts where another man's sweaty groin has been at. No. God, no.
Hey, you know, I was sitting out in my yard and I noticed that I could get your internet signal over at my place. You know, I was wondering, is there any chance you guys would be willing to maybe we'll split the bill and we'll just use your account?
I don't know about that. Well,
Of course you don't know about that. Your Wi-Fi is personal, dude. Ain't nobody want to split their Wi-Fi, right? Right? Well, maybe he can actually get this one in the basket. I don't know.
my husband, he really doesn't like that, and I'm not too sure I do either.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Oh, he walks. He walks away with his head down, all sad. Have a good day. You sure? I bet you in a couple of seconds he's gonna turn around like, you sure? Okay. No, that's just going too far, man. Just get your own Wi-Fi, dude. Of course, nobody wants to share their Wi-Fi. I wouldn't share my Wi-Fi. I mean, even though you wouldn't be able to just get access to my email and codes to different social media and such, right? But even though you wouldn't be able to see any of that or do any of those things, I still wouldn't want to share my fucking Wi-Fi, okay? That's personal, dude. Do whatever you can to save for you. Don't involve everyone else. So in this next part here, Jeff is going on a bike ride and he's gonna need a place to stay. So he called up a friend of his, asked her if he could sleep on her couch. So let's see what Jeff gets up to. Anything can happen with this guy.
What kind of house guest would I be if I didn't bring a little gift? Knowing the Wilson's kids, I thought they'd get a kick out of, instead of buying them something, I maybe made them something. So I went through some of my own trash and I found some interesting things. Martha.
I went through the sentence. I went through some of my own trash to see if I could put some of it together like some sort of shitty Lego model and give it to my friends. His heart is in the right spot. Or else he wouldn't be breathing, I guess.
Over the course of my lifetime, I've bicycled now almost 95,000 miles. People don't understand how much it costs to drive a car. It costs 50 cents to $1 per mile to actually own a car.
I am pretty sure that people do actually know how expensive it is to own a car. It doesn't take a lot of brain to figure that one out. So Jeff thought it'd be a good idea if he bought some groceries, right? So he could make a meal to his friends that lets him crash on their couch. Great idea. So let's see what Jeff has in mind and what Jeff actually ends up getting. He's gonna end up getting the bladder of a crab. I'm telling you right now.
What do you get for those crabs?
The large female to 18. $20
a dozen?
Yeah, money.
So what about these soft shells here? What do you want for those?
He's yelling, holy shit. But maybe that's the way, you know, establish your dominance by shouting, what do you want for those crabs? Maybe that's the way to do it. I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow. Might want to try it. So Jeff finally made it to his friend's house. He's about to show him what he got for dinner.
I don't want to brag, but I only paid $3. Wonderful. Salmon carcass.
Fish, you know you do.
Salmon carcass. Yeah, I got these at the seafood market, 2 for $3, and he threw in 2 free heads with them. You really
That right there on the husband's face is the look of pure disgust. And the look on the boy's face is pure disappointment. He doesn't want salmon. Fresh salmon corpse, for that matter.
I was glad that it wasn't something that he picked up off the side of the road on his way here.
Could just as easily been, you know? He'd do it, I'm sure. I'm sure he probably served someone a roadkill. I don't doubt it for 1 second.
One of the things I like to do, I call it a trash can autopsy, is look through people's trash to see how they're spending and probably wasting money. It's sort of like a cheapskate archaeological dig.
Oh God, that's just disgusting. Don't look through other people's trash. He's probably going to tell them how much money they could have saved if they had recycled some of their shit. Probably. Or he's going to store some of it and bring it home with him to his wife.
Can you imagine that? That's the equivalent of £1 per person per day. These are cereal bags. These are great to reuse to wrap leftovers in and everything else. You can't buy that durable plastic bag. What about this? Onion bag.
He's just making a fool out of himself right about now, okay? It's just gone too far. Too far, Jeff. Too far, okay? Go home. Can't sleep here on the couch. No.
I'm glad there wasn't anything in there too disgusting. I think we'll definitely think a little bit more in the future before we throw things out.
No, you won't. You're just saying that because you're sweet and you're on TV. I mean, I'd probably say the same thing if I was on this program and Jeff came to my house, looked through my trash. Yeah, I'd say the same thing.
Seems really awful with the fish heads. It's just gross.
Let's do it.
I can't watch this.
What's wrong, Isaac? Boy, we laid waste to that. That was great, thanks.
I better go check on Isaac.
Boy, we don't ate great tonight. That's great. Thank you. Bye. Oh, wow. Yeah. That was a sad meal. It really was. And I missed Extreme Cheapskates. I'm glad that I did this. I'm glad that I took the time out of my day to watch another episode. And I am probably going to be watching a couple more. Maybe reacting to a couple more as well. They never get old, right? Plus the TLC shit is just gold for anybody who wants a good laugh. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any suggestions for me, any games you want me to play, videos you want me to react to, please comment down below. I will definitely start getting into this again. I was starting to get into a good, nice flow last year when I actually started this shit. Then the vid hit pretty goddamn hard. I was one of the lucky ones actually who was drowning in work here in Denmark. I am still drowning in work. I have so much work to do. I worked so goddamn much. I worked my ass off last year. I bought a house the end of last year. So yeah, I got myself my own car. So I really put in the hours and the effort, and yeah. I didn't really think it through though, because now I have to work even more than I did before just to maintain what I've got now. So yeah, that was kind of fucking stupid. I didn't even realize that, but yeah. I'm in it. I'm in it now. I'm in it to win it. Once again, guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys